Spectacular advances in medicine and technology in the 21st century offer unprecedented opportunities to promote health at every stage of life, from conception to natural death. In addition to these opportunities are challenges from skyrocketing costs, competition, and a new paradigm that looks beyond the walls of hospitals to care for entire communities across the continuum of care. No one organization can accomplish all of this on its own. Partnerships are here to stay.
This is not the same old healthcare, and when people enter into sponsorship, they have to be interested in a wide variety of business relationships, faith relationships, civic relationships, and changing definitions of health, mental health included, and changing relationships with civic communities.
And our founding congregations remain steadfast that they want us to use these precious resources to focus on health, but also to focus on the whole of the individual, to make sure that we are utilizing those resources to help people improve their lives and to live lives hopefully rooted in faith, but that we use this gift that we've been given to be helpful to the lives of those in this country.
How do we go to the core of our mission and translate that into what we're facing today? You know, we are treating more people, we are going out into the community, we are establishing centers, whether they be imaging centers or primary care centers or in the community. You know, very soon people will be recording their statistics on handhelds and sending it to some center. We're involved in that.
And we have so many possible partners that you have to sort them out very quickly. And so the easiest way is to find out if there are deal killers with them. And that's not because we go out looking for the worst part of people. I have limited time. My staff has, hospitals and administrators have very limited time. So if you can eliminate one group of people, then you can shine a light on possible partners.
Partnerships take many forms. Today, many nonprofit Catholic health systems are combining with secular organizations and for-profit ventures to position the ministry for the future.
There are different challenges depending on the shape of the partnership. Obviously, you could have partnership with another nonprofit that might not be from the Catholic tradition. And so there, the question is, how do you be sure you don't lose the grasp of your tradition when you're into a partnership where not everybody starts in the same place?
You have to have $4 to $5 billion in income of revenues each year, and you have to build up to a group of partners who will meet that threshold for you to be able to bid on the things that you need to, or to provide the services for populations or to be eligible for funding and grants and so forth for the populations that we want to serve. That requires a whole level of finance knowledge that we previously didn't need. It was available in a lot of our systems, but now everybody has to be part of that dance.
The transformation in healthcare has given birth to new partnership arrangements with uncertainties and risks. Sponsors need to navigate through uncharted waters while keeping a steady eye on mission and Catholic identity.
The landscape is changing very quickly, and problems that may arise today may take care of themselves, and we'll have new ones a couple of months from now. So people are going to have to step quickly. They're going to have to deal with ambiguity. Those aren't bad things, but those are not part of a spiritual armament that you get in grade school or high school. Those are adult qualities and adult virtues, and sometimes the ability to make a quick, accurate judgment is necessary, but it's also, in the name of prudence, going to be necessary to withhold quick judgments sometimes until enough voices are heard, or until landscape is surveyed sufficiently so that we know the dimensions of what we're looking at.
Sponsors and governance, if they are separate entities or one, need to be on top of what's happening within the organization, what issues are they pursuing, are they pursuing partnerships, what are those partnerships, and what is involved in them, where do we think the pitfalls may be, where do we think difficulties may arise, when do we talk to the bishop, when do we discover what he thinks about the possibilities.
Partnerships can help the ministry serve growing community needs by leveraging strengths and stewarding resources. Partnerships can also foster the vitality of the ministry in advocating for a just health system that works for everyone.
The center of the universe is the person. It's the patient. And around the patient are a whole host of services, including the acute care piece. There's home care, there's hospice care, there's pharmacy services, there's daycare.
A system that recognizes that healthcare is a right. A system that recognizes that there are disparities among groups, and a system that is compelled and focused on making sure that whether you're in the inner cities of Los Angeles or where you're on the east side of Brooklyn, that there is a standard of care that all can access and expect, and that faith-based organizations and characteristics that are important to them can justly be a part of this system, and a system that recognizes the importance of affordability, and a system that guarantees quality, but also a system that does not have redundancies that increase cost, and finally, a system that recognizes the importance of the whole, and that all individuals, all of their needs are of consideration.
The dignity of the human person, the preciousness of life at the beginning, life at the end, and the quality of life all the way through the stages, that we commit ourselves to the preservation of that, and that we commit ourselves to the common good. A faith perspective is one in which we look systemically, we look structurally, not just personally, but that the person also is always at the center of our attention.
It's our actions that communicate louder than our words on how Jesus lives in this modern world, how compassion is carried out, how touch and technology partner to bring healing about. And that attitude of service is what we're trying to instill in everyone that works with us. We are not about proselytizing, we're about service.
Carrying on Jesus' healing mission in the world today is not easy, yet sponsors receive many blessings in responding to their call to serve.
That's a continuing lesson in the work of sponsorship and ministry, to help people see things, hopefully something about the grace of God and the work of Christ that they never noticed before, or that they were amazed by, but they never connected it with God, goodness, holiness, or the life of a community.
If we keep the promise, or if we stick to our enduring faith and values which underpin what we do, and then we keep an open mind to innovation of saying, okay, do you have a better idea of how we can meet this particular need, and truly go with an open mind and an open heart as opposed to an agenda, I think there's a better chance we can arrive at some solutions.
It's a wonderful opportunity. If you, by nature, enjoy being part of faith-based environments, and if you happen to even be Catholic, that's nice too. But more importantly, it's a wonderful forum to really do the things you value and to impact the things you value. The next 10 years are going to make the last 10 look pretty boring because everything is in motion. I wouldn't have missed a day of the whole process. I'm going to stick around and keep going, so I hope others join the journey. There is no place quite like the Catholic Healthcare Forum right now to live your values.